Hey y'all, it's alright, let's talk. First, hello, how are you? Welcome back. I am Latrice, pleased to meet you, pleased to see you again if you are returning. Please excuse the noise in the background, I hope it's not too bad. I have someone cutting the grass and everything as I prepare to move up out of here, but I want to talk about change of plans and your attitude, your heart posture when it happens. There's been so many times throughout this the transitioning parts of my life, like from starting with 2020. There's been so much that has happened, so much that has taken place, so many ups and downs, so many unknowns, and am I going this way, am I going that way, I got a plan and God changing it. It's just been so much going on that I myself am wondering how I'm remaining at peace majority of the time, not the whole time, because trust and believe I've had my tantrums, but I know God has an awesome track record. Please excuse the messages coming through on my phone too. That's people who have concern over things that are going on right now. I have, today is the 20th. I have exactly 1 week to get out of here. Today is March 20th. Where I'm going? How I'm going? I still have some packing that needs to be done. I still have a vehicle that is, I'm being very transparent here, you know. Love me, don't judge me. I'm in the midst of a change. But I have a vehicle that has expired registration and expired tags on it from North Carolina that possibly is not going to pass inspection for me to even get tags here in Maryland. And let's talk about the fact that I owe Maryland for a vehicle I had back in 2005? A long time ago, okay? I have pretty much sold all my stuff. There's still some things that need to be sold. I haven't collected any money yet, and the money that I do collect has to go towards, some of it needs to go towards a U-Haul. The remaining, let me say, the remaining needs to go towards the debt that I owe, you know, people that I owe who have no consideration for what I'm going through and act as if I have not said it, but I'll leave that where that is. Then I got a notification today that my phone bill is due. So that's another bill, can't be without that. There was a place that I originally was going to be able to stay at for I was told as long as I needed to, but I was just only going to do it for a short amount of time because I don't like to be a burden on anybody. I don't like to be considered charity or whatever. Call it pride. I call it just trying to stay out of people's way. You know what I mean? There's been times when I have truly needed those type of resources, those type of friends and things like that, and have been mistreated in the midst of it. So due to my past, it makes me feel a little bit like I don't want to be nobody's burden. I don't want to be mistreated. I don't want to be talked about. I don't want nobody to think. Just, it's all about other people and what they think, and it's pretty much, and I should not be like that. Trying to change that. I've been, when I got the news, I was feeling it in my spirit and praying to God. I'm like, God, I know what you've been speaking to me about, where you're taking me. I know that you're going to bless me to be able to make the move, to make the transition. I know all of this. So when this came about, this wasn't something God had revealed to me. So I stayed praying about it, but it was an option, and it did relieve some stress because I didn't have to worry about where I'm going. Now, 2 days ago, Monday morning, I get a message from that the homegirl I was going to stay with for a second, that, you know, she had been doing some praying and meditating on that as well, and that it would not be, you know, it just wouldn't be a good thing. And she gave her reasons, and I'm good with that. No hard feelings, nothing like that. Because like I said, I had to go to God because I knew that was not in the plan, but I was open to whatever plan God had, because he has been changing every one of my plans for a very long time now, for the past few years now. And now it makes me where I don't know if I should plan. I don't know if I can plan. Where I just don't know. The only thing I do know is Him. The only thing I do know is that He's going to provide for me, and He's going to work things out for me. That's the only thing I do know. How? I don't know. When? I don't know. You know, and I feel a little silly reminding Him, like, God, I got to be out of here on the 27th. I got to, you know, things need to be taking place. And then I got people who are going to help me. I got to pay these people that's going to help me to move and pack my stuff. And I'm not pack my stuff, but load the U-Haul. And then I got to pay for the U-Haul. And then that's my mileages. This is things that He knows. He knows the vehicle. He knows my situation. You know, Jesus said that God knows what you need before you ask Him. And I'm just at a position right now, and I was feeling all good and everything. I got a message today from my landlord that somebody wants to come and see the house at 4:30, which it's now 1:28. So someone wants to come and see the house. I'm in the midst of packing. Packing is messy. So like, I got dishes that I'm still packing, and, you know, things just going on. And for some reason, after I had been so calm and joyous and worshiping, praising God throughout this whole thing to keep my sanity, when I got that message, and I knew that people, I guess because I've been keeping myself in a bubble, so now that someone is getting ready to come in, and it's more of a, not that I forgot I gotta move. Of course I know I have to move. I'm looking at my stuff that still needs to be wrapped up in something and packed. But it's just more of a in the face of, it's more in the face of the situation that I'm going through right now. And I had a whole different vibe when I was originally getting ready to do this video and talk about, you know, staying, still having joy and still being hopeful when you're going through things. And then all of a sudden, you know, after coming out of prayer and worship and everything, and then I got that text, and then it's just like immediately there was like a war going on, and I'm not going to succumb to the war. I will not be defeated. I'm still trying to figure out what's getting ready to happen, where I'm going. It just amazes me that I allow myself to get into this situation. Excuse me for the emotions, because they're high right now. No matter how I try to put that mask on and everything, and sometimes I can have a great poker face and sometimes no. And but it just, I know that a lot of my hardship right now is due to unwise decisions. When I had much, I was not a good steward of it. Now that I have little, I'm trying to be a very good steward of my little. You know, so that not just so that God will bless me with much more, but so that when I am blessed with much more, when I do obtain more, I will be better at managing it, better at being a good steward of it, better at saying no to certain things. You know, life is just something that I used to understand, I guess. Right now, I'm not understanding anything. Right now, right now I just don't know. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't even know what the rest of today will bring. I'm not counting God out. I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel. There's I wanted to invest in myself this weekend, and take a leap of faith on a business venture that I wanted to start, which will need finances in order to do so. And now I kind of feel like I don't know if it would be wise to do that, because I don't know if I'm gonna need that money for a hotel again, if I'm going back to living in a hotel, or I don't know. And it's scary. It's freaking me out underneath the skin, on the inside. On the inside, my emotions, everything is just going wild. The Lord is my refuge, and I can always, go to him and get calm and get his peace. My other refuge, where when things like this would happen, that I could go to, the place that I could go to, I cannot return to. The people that I could go to are no longer there. They're now with the Lord, so I can't return. I can only go forward. I cannot go backward, which is a good thing. Look, I pause. All right. I can only go forward. The only thing about going forward is I don't know in what direction. I want to encourage you that even when you don't know, just keep going. Do what you can do. Like in this moment right now, what I can do and what I do know is that I have until the 27th and I need to finish packing. I can do that. And then I'm going to keep my spiritual ear and my spiritual eyes open to see what God is doing, how he's moving, what instruction he may have for me. And I encourage you to do the same. Even, no matter what the obstacles look like, no matter what may be before you, like the people of Israel, there was water before them and nowhere to run when the Egyptians were, with Pharaoh and was pursuing them. There was nowhere to go, but God parted that sea for them to get through. And I'm at the sea right now, and I need God to do some parting. I need that dry land to walk on. And I know he's going to do it. I believe he's going to do it. It's the human side of me and just the, my history in life of how things have been. And I'm not talking about how God, the things with God, because the things with God has always worked it out, is what I'm trying to say. He's always worked it out. But me having to deal with actual people, and that history has me scarred. It makes me not ask for help when I should be asking for help. It makes me keep things to myself when I should be open with what's going on, because I never know who God is going to use, or even if just being open, like right now, being transparent about what I'm going on. What I have going on. I don't know who this may help, who also may be in this same circumstance or something similar, who might be going through something. Just hold on. We're going to make it through. We are going to make it through. No matter what it is, we're going to make it through. I'm going to feel this moment right here and get myself together. And I sent a message out this morning about a question. Actually, I'm gonna say exactly what the question was that I asked. I asked the question, I said, I'm trying to see why I can't live the life I want, the way I want today? Why do I keep coming up with reasons, aka excuses, for why I can't? Although some of them are valid, they are not a true hindrance. Like, I could be the business venture I want to invest in. I could begin working on that today. In all honesty, I know the lighting is changing because now it seems to be getting, it's very windy outside and the clouds are going around the sun. So you might see the lighting change here in the kitchen a little bit. But I can still put forth the effort. I can still get the ball rolling. If it's not that exact business venture, there are skills that I have that will cost me no money to start doing certain things. That will not even just start doing, but to complete things that I have started. And I don't want to use this as, I don't want this to be an excuse for me to not be creative today, to not be productive today, because what I really want to do is just sit back and just look out at the trees. What I really want to do is get in my vehicle and drive and think, and I can't. I really want to get back in the bed or just watch television and be in someone else's, reality, just go somewhere else mentally for a moment, and I can't, because there's things that need to be done. But I'm just gonna keep on pushing. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the future holds. And you may feel the same way, but I do know that God says that his plans are not to to prosper us and not to harm us, to give us a hope in the future. So I know I'm going to be prospered. I know I'm going to be prosperous. I know that there's hope in the future in store for me. And he's going to see to it, because his word never fails. His word never returns to him void. So I know that I'm going to be good. You're going to be good. We're going to be good. Okay? If you going through something, I'm going to be in serious prayer, and seeking him and just remaining in his presence. Because that's where I feel safety at. That's where I feel safe at. Because that's where I get that peace that surpasses all understanding. Because if not, I feel like I'm on my nerve endings are exposed right now. Like it's just a lot. It's just a lot. If you need prayer, if there's something that's going on in your life, put it down in the comments. Let's pray together. Let's stand in agreement together that no matter what we go through, no matter what the circumstances may look like, we're going to be good and we're going to be okay. We're going to be good. Matter of fact, we are good right now because he's good. Okay? He's the same God back then that he is today, and he's going to be that same God tomorrow and for the rest of our future. Okay? So I'm putting this out here. I'm being transparent because what I want is for him to get his glory out of my story, for him to get his glory out of your story. The things that are going on in our lives right now are building a testimony to his goodness and our perseverance, our strength in him, our faith in him. Okay? So I just wanted to step on here and say that real quick. And I'm going to be praying for you. All right, so I'll see y'all on the next video. Thank you for listening. I hope I encouraged you and that you keep going, because I'm gonna keep going and I'll keep you posted.